Let's see, we just arrived here in Paris. Our stay in London was short but sweet. It's interesting hearing the native tongue of Paris, French. It's just reminds me of Washington Heights, where everyone spoke Spanish I didn't understand, and this is just like the next level.
Right.
I've been hearing French and Spanish is very similar, and there are a couple words that are similar, but it just sounds completely different. The vibe's completely different out here. Literally just watch out, babe. Yeah, people coming away. The faces are different. It's hard to explain, but when I'm in New York City, Texas, LA, pretty much any of the big cities I've been to in the States, there's like a certain look that people have in America, and out here it's different. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I just stepped out of my hotel. We're going to get some food. This is literally like the first block that we're on since we've been in Paris. We went straight to our Uber, from our Uber to our hotel, and now we're going to get food. So yeah, let's do that. I'm hungry.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's see if we can make out the menu and actually order something. Well, I'm here having French onion soup in Paris. And then here it's just called onion soup, by the way, not French onion soup, because it is French, and they don't need to put that in the menu.
I didn't know it wasn't called French onion soup.
On the menu, it's just onion soup. But boiling hot, burning my teeth, but I'm starving, and it tastes amazing. Probably the best onion soup I've ever had. In America, you guys get it wrong all the time. So now that I've tasted good onion soup from brands, I'm probably never going to have it again in America. But yeah, I ordered pasta, I'm going to order a couple of desserts because I hear from Adam that the desserts here are amazing. So, being someone who spends most of his day eating, I think I have a good sense of taste. But I'll let you guys know. You can trust my word when it comes to believing. Can you believe what's behind me right now? That is the motherfucking Eiffel Tower. I've only seen this in rush hour 1 and 2, or which rush hours are they doing that fight scene on the Eiffel Tower, but whatever. It is a lot more grand in person. It's a lot taller and wider, and it really pops with the lights on. I think coming at nighttime was the best time to come and admire it in all its glory. I haven't been inside yet. You guys will see the footage of the inside as long as we're allowed to shoot inside. But from what I can see down here, this is as close as you can get without going inside, and it's just pretty spectacular to see with my own two eyes. It's like seeing it on YouTube and seeing photos of it doesn't do it any justice. You guys got to come here and see it. This is the first stop on my sightseeing list in Paris, and I'm glad this was the first one. I don't know what the last one's gonna be, but it's off to a good start so far. All right, here we are beneath the Eiffel Tower. If you look around me, there's a long line, there's a big crowd, but I hear it's 10 times bigger than this during the day. I was told something about a 20-minute wait to get to the top. We took about 70 stories high, so in London I went to the Shard, and it was a pretty spectacular view because it was clear skies, but he just told us, hey, it's foggy at the top, so you won't see much of anything, but I'll give you guys an update once I get to the top. We are here at the very top of the Eiffel Tower. Right now, if you see all these flashing lights behind us, because every hour on the hour, the Eiffel Tower lights up with white lights that flicker for 5 minutes. So it's just like to see. I posted it on my story, and some of you guys might have seen it, some may have missed it. But it's a little foggy, but you can really see much of Paris. So it's a pretty spectacular view, guys. So yeah, I'm just taking it all in right now. I'm seeing this is my first time I'm seeing it. So I'm just taking it all in. But yeah, we're like literally above the clouds. I'm watching the clouds move beneath me. That's pretty cool. So if I had to compare the two between the Shard and Eiffel Tower, I have to go with the Shard. But there you have it, guys, the Eiffel Tower. But I am starving. I need to go eat. So yeah, catch me on my next meal. Here we are. We have 2 different apple pies. One's hot, one's cold. One, he just told me some kind of name that I already forgot how to pronounce. But I am your typical fat American. I love apple pie. So I'm here in Paris getting apple pie. I don't know what the traditional pastry is here. But yeah, let's just try them out. Get right to it. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. This is not very sweet. More on the plain side, but the texture is really like the, what do you call it? What do you call that? Yeah, the crust is very soft and melts to your mouth. It's really tasty. This is served warm. This is more my speed. Oh yeah.
Wait, which one? What is that?
I forgot how to pronounce it, but this right here. This is it right here. It's definitely a lot sweeter. The apples are melting your mouth. Let me see. The crust is even softer than this.
Don't tell me that because you're
No, between the two, definitely go with this one. Right now we're at Cafe de Fous. It's a historic restaurant. A lot of history here. It's also kind of a tourist trap, so it may be a little bit overpriced. But it's really known for their pastries. So here I sit, enjoying. But enough about that. I'm starving. I'm thinking about what to say about this amazing apple pie. I'll be eating many, many more meals, and you'll be watching me eat. So yeah, stay tuned for the next one. All right, here we are having breakfast. My first breakfast in Paris. It's pretty simple breakfast, really, but it's called the English breakfast. Just scrambled eggs with cheese, I think some chili sprinkled on top. It's really damn good. And then I don't know what sauce to use on the salad, but it's also very damn good. So my Uber driver on the way to my hotel was saying how the croissants here are authentic and much better than anything in America, and he was right. It was probably the best croissant I've ever had. And I was so hungry, I forgot to put any jam or butter on it. So I'm thinking I might get another order of that and actually like put all the toppings on it and enjoy it at its fullest. Alright, right here we have a French toast style brioche with some vanilla ice cream on the side. And I'm gonna let you guys know how amazing this is and what you are missing out on. Let's see here. There's caramel sauce on the plate. I mean, I gotta lick the plate clean too. Damn. Alright. Oh. This is it right here. This is it. It's gonna be hard going back to American French toast after this.
Is that whipped cream?
She doesn't care about me, guys. I just said it was vanilla ice cream. But is it whipped cream?
I didn't listen to it. I'm just making.
I don't listen to what Larry says. No, I kept her up. I kept her all night partying, so I don't blame her.
Exactly.
Here we are at Museum du Louvre. Obviously, I've never been here. I'm not sure what to expect. My girlfriend recommended this place. She showed me a photo and I was sold. And it looks pretty fantastic from what I can see so far. But this is just the outside of the museum. This is, we're not even at the entrance. The entrance is actually down below. So without further ado, let's go check it out. Come on. We were outside and now we are in. And behind me is a gigantic hand that I'm about to arm wrestle. Stay tuned for more. But besides that, right now we're in the exhibit area. And from what I can understand, I speak fluent French for those who don't know. Just kidding, there's translations all over the museum. But we're standing in a room, the exhibit, full of, I believe it's one person's collection. So everything we see, everything I'm looking at now is something someone has collected. So we're just looking at all this cool stuff, basically. I had to stop by this display particularly because I can really relate to this figure right here. That's a good representation of myself. We're in a room full of giant sculptures. I want to say just a couple words that this blows out any museum I've seen in New York City. I haven't been to any museums in California or Texas yet, but so far, these sculptures are the most grand. We're gonna show you not everything in the museum, but just the stuff I find the most interesting. So let's have a look. She needs to grow up. If she was on IG, she'd have at least 5 million followers. But she has really big, long toes and ugly feet. Yeah, that's a turn off. Yeah.
That ass though.
That ass though.
But that ass though.
Alright guys, this is the first restaurant we've been to that doesn't have an English menu, so I'm thinking this is where the locals may eat. Even though I say that, but we're surrounded by non-locals, to say the least. This is supposed to be a rice pudding. It looks like pudding. I don't know about rice pudding, but I've been waiting for my videographer to set up for a few minutes and holding back to take my first bite. So let's see. Okay. It is rice pudding. Wow. 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 This is something else. This is really good. I think this is some kind of chocolate granola or something. My girlfriend's stealing her dessert.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me, guys.
I was telling her, get a dessert, get a dessert. She's like, no, I'm not feeling so hungry. But then she goes after my dessert, of course. So this is really good. This is the best rice pudding I've ever had by like 100 times. Oh my God. Wow. This is so good. I've had crepes often in the States, but very hit or miss. Sometimes the dough is a little bit too thick and plain, but this is just like the right texture. It's a little bit different at this place because they let you spread it yourself. Right now I am spreading Nutella goodness all over my crepe. I actually had a crepe last night, late night, at about 1:30 in the morning. I was starving and craving a crepe. And it wasn't bad, but it did remind me of the crepe in the States. It was a lot bigger, about probably twice the size of this one, and 3 times as thick. And I like crepes that are very thin. So this is right in my alley right here. No, this is not part of the vertical diet. I get that question all the time. Is that part of the vertical diet? No, this is not part of the vertical diet.
Oh damn, I thought it was.
This is amazing though. Definitely amazing. But before this I had an omelet, but if I just ordered this I'd be starving. I'm gonna have to get at least 3 orders of just this. Another thing I want to mention. When you're in Paris, you don't get coffee from Starbucks. Always go to the coffee shops or little restaurants and get your coffee there. Never go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and get your coffee. Because the coffee they make here at these little shops is amazing. Much better than Starbucks. Strong, tastes good, it's always foamy. Alright guys, I bought my first house. I'm a little worried I won't be able to fit all my stuff inside. But on a more serious note, this is where the king used to live. This place is gigantic. It's hard to believe someone used to live here. But this is called the Palace of Versailles. And I'm gonna get some tickets and tour the inside. And I'll show you guys, like I have been doing, the highlights of the palace. I'm pretty sure everything in here is grand, and there's a lot to see because the place is, like I said, huge, and there's just, wow. But yeah, let's check it out. All right, guys, we're on the outside of the palace. We got past the gate. I think there'd be plenty of space for a gym in here, and I'm thinking about maybe running a powerlifting meet in here too. That'd be pretty grand, wouldn't it? Babe, is all this gold real? Is this real gold on all the pictures?
If it is,
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
chipping away right now.
Right, start chipping away.
Right.
This is supposed to be a bed over there because that's way too small to be a bed and too long to be a chair. So it's just odd to me. We have 11th and 12th century paintings here. Pretty amazing, actually. Yeah. Especially this one. I think bigger is better. And the biggest painting is my favorite painting. Here in a room full of gigantic paintings, and I for one can't even draw a stick figure properly, so I'm always captivated by like a really nice detailed painting. And I've seen pretty much all the museums in New York City, and none of the paintings I've seen there really compare to those I'm seeing right now. And this is what like 3 rooms in this palace so far, just full of paintings. And we'll try to show you most of them, but yeah, I'm thinking like a lot of these are like 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th century paintings. And like I know these weren't recorded, these weren't painted as it was happening, so it's pretty amazing that someone can have the memory or the imagination to recreate something like this with such attention to detail.
Just like
Can you imagine how long it would take just to light this room of candles?
right.
It would take hours just to turn the lights on. Here we have the Garden of Versailles. If you look behind me, it spans at least a mile. This is pretty incredible that someone has this as a garden. We once had this as a garden, and there's actually it's so huge, there's little golf carts to rent. And Adam, why don't you turn around and show them the palace from outside. Not one, but 2 ponds. Not one, but 2 ponds. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. I'm gonna turn around and just gaze at the gigantic garden in front of me, take it all in. I'll probably never come here again. Oh, sorry, I guess 3 ponds, I guess that would count. This would be pretty spectacular to see in the summer because there'd be, I guess, flowers planted and blooming. But it's still not bad. It's still pretty incredible. Yeah. I won't be going all the way down there because I spent like 3 hours walking around the palace. That's how huge it is. My back and knees hurt, so this is as far as I'm gonna go. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm here in Paris, and you didn't go to Paris if you don't eat escargot, also known as snails. Here we go. I'm an amateur, so hold on. I'm doing this wrong already. All right. Give me a second. 1 second. Give me a few more seconds. Okay, I got it. So use the little snail catcher here. Dig in with the fork. Pull it out.
Empty snail.
There it is. All right. Dip it in the sauce a little bit.
Turn it over.
What? Oh yeah, turn it over. Make sure it's drenched in this delicious sauce. Put the shell aside for the visual. Pan the camera to me.
You are, baby.
Oh, come on.
You are, baby. Do it.
Okay. All right. It's definitely not bad. It tastes just like. It tastes like what's the way to put it? Like seafood. It's all up here. It's roasted in garlic butter. So the sauce is really good. The texture isn't bad. I think I've had oysters where it's slimy. That's disgusting. It's slimy and it's salty. And yeah, so this is actually easier to do than eating oysters. But I totally understand those who can eat it, who will never try it. But there's things that, like when I traveled, I want to force myself to do just for the experience, just to look back and remember that I did something that made me really uncomfortable. So when I go to Asia, if it means I gotta eat a grasshopper on a stick, I want to try it. Because if they're doing it out there, I want to do what they're doing. Here in Paris, this is like common. Just like when you're in America, you eat fucking caviar, fish eggs. To me, that's disgusting. I ate it. I got over that. Here's some snails. I'm gonna have another one because I need to conquer this idea that snails are nasty. Because it's just food. It's cooked. It's marinated. It's in sauce. It's just like anything else. And yeah, so. Yeah, it's like any other food. Guys, okay. This is a life PR. Because, I mean, this is probably just maturity. But growing up, I would look at things like this, like, ew, I would never eat that. But it's like, it's just the experience, just to try something new. Because how many times am I going to have cheeseburgers and pasta? You know, so just breaking out of the routine. If you're going to travel, you're going to go somewhere new, I just encourage you to do something new. Do something you've never done before. Because you might like it. That's all. Okay. Here we are. We create a little bit distance for us on the tower so we can get a better view of it. And this is the view that I frequently see on Instagram, YouTube, movies. This is where you can get the best view of it. I mean, last night I didn't come out this far. I was in the evening because I wanted to see how it looked with all the lights on. So I mentioned earlier that the Eiffel Tower lights up every hour for 5 minutes. So now I decided to just come to you during the day. But with that said, that pretty much wraps up my Paris trip. Saw the Eiffel Tower. I went to the Palace of Versailles. Saw the garden. So between those two things, I mean, that took up the entire day. And I tried snails. I just had a great time here, and it was better. It was the experience I thought it would be, honestly. I came here to do exactly what I did, and no complaints. I can't say, you know what? My mom has never been to Europe, so I'll bring her next time I go. So that will probably be the next time I'm here. But for my short 2-day stay, I think I've seen a lot. I've seen pretty much all the things that I'm familiar with. Really, the only thing I'm familiar with about Paris is snails and Eiffel Tower, you know, to be honest. But my girl is familiar with that movie, Marie Antoinette. Yeah, so that's why I went to the Palace of Versailles. And that was quite interesting. 280 pounds, though, so after about a couple hours just walking around, not aimlessly, we had direction. It was like a museum. My back started to hurt, my knees started to hurt, but lots of paintings, and it was just interesting to see that was once somebody's home. But on that note, guys, that wraps up the trip. So far, I've taken down London, now Paris. My next trip is actually tomorrow to Venice. I'm spending 2 days there, another short but sweet stay. And then I'm going to go visit Rome, which I'm probably the most excited for, to see the Colosseum. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and drop a comment if there's anything where you think I should visit next. I'll see you guys soon.